Welcome. I'm Donald Cannon, and I'm going to discuss what I like best. Великий могучий английский язык. Today we're going to continue our discussion of countable and uncountable words. Last time we went to the open-air market and we found a seller with bad produce, and he wanted to sell you some rotten bananas. You looked at him and you said, "I don't like your fruits. Your fruits are rotten," only to discover that what you really told him is, "Мне не нравятся твои гомики. Твои гомики загнили." And that's because in English, fruits means homosexual men. Before that, we went to the computer store where you wanted to buy a new computer, and you had to borrow 25,000 rubles from me. So you looked at me and said, "How many monies do you have?" "How much money do you have?" "How many monies?" "How much monies?" So that's where we stand today. How much, how many, money, monies. The problem is that money is a singular uncountable noun, just like крыжовник in Russian. You can't say два крыжовника and you can't say two monies. So if we can't say how much monies and how many monies, that leaves us only with how many money or how much money. But which one is correct? But before we answer that question, let's look at four concepts on amounts. And let's do it in Russian first. Много and the opposite мало. Немного, несколько, and меньше. Let me try to make this a little bit easier with a concrete example. The work that you do in your office is an uncountable noun. It's like крыжовник. But job can be either job or jobs, singular or plural, just like яблоко or яблоки in Russian. You probably wouldn't say in Russian, "Он занимается разными работами в офисе." Instead, you would say, "Он занимается разными проектами в офисе." So how would you say something like много работы or много проектов? Now in Russian, много is just one word. In English, we've got two, much and many. Much goes with singular uncountable nouns like much work. I have much work to do today. Many, however, goes with plural nouns. I have many jobs that I have to get done today. And the same is true for money and fruit. Much money, much fruit. Just like много крыжовника. If we say many monies or many fruits, it's like saying много крыжовников or много гомиков. Now, what about the opposite of много? Мало. Again, we've got one word in Russian, two in English. Little and few. I have little work today. Or I have few projects that I need to get done today. So let's invent a way of remembering this. Think of Steve Jobs. Jobs has one syllable and few has one syllable. So let's make a детский стишок out of this. Steve Jobs has few jobs. That sounds a lot better than Steve Jobs has little jobs. Now let's say you don't remember this little rhyme and you want to talk about мало людей. And what you say is little people. Well, you got them the wrong word, and you're talking not about few people, but people who are small. Now, let's go back to little work and few jobs. That sounds like not enough, недостаточно. What if you mean not недостаточно, but just немного? Now, in English, we've got two ways of doing this. The first way is easy, but it's not what we usually say. Some. I've got some contract work today. You've got some other jobs today. The second way is a little harder, but it's more like what we say. Take little and few and turn them into a little and a few. I've got a little urgent work to do today. You've got a few rush jobs to do today. Finally, what happens if you and I have меньше работы or меньше проектов today than we did yesterday? We take the little in мало and make it less, and we take the fewer in мало and make it fewer. I have less work today than yesterday, and you have fewer jobs. So, look at our chart again. Look at the logic, feel the logic that's behind it. And let's go back to our детский стишок. It's really easy. Put it all together and you get something that looks, it's funny, but it looks like ладушки. Okay? Here's how we do it. Steve Jobs did many jobs. Steve Jobs did few jobs. Steve Jobs did fewer jobs and got a few jobs done. That's all I want to tell you. Thanks for listening.